extra better. But you know, I'm okay with how it came out. I enjoyed myself. Been able to cheer my teammates on again one more time, and then finally taking this next step in life, and you know, see where it takes me.
Were there any tests in specific you were really hoping to show yourself in today?
Yeah, for sure. I was really focused on my 40. It didn't turn out how I wanted to, but you know, it happens, and definitely doesn't define how I play. So you know, it could have been better, but I'm happy what I did out here and being able, you know, to get this experience. Something I've been dreaming for my entire life. So yeah, it was fun.
You talk about the dream, but what's this process been like since football season ended and now you're here? Like in between now and then, what's that process been like for you?
Yeah, it's been. I mean, it's been fun. You know, being able to train around other guys from different schools, and also, you know, creating other bonds and relationships with those guys. But it's definitely nerve-wracking, especially like once you actually get to that moment, get to that day. It's petrifying a little bit, but it's you know, it's the process is always what it is. It's fun, it's hard, and wherever the outcome is, where it's at. So.
Where did you train at?
I was in Fort Worth with APEC, so shout out to those guys, Mason, Letty, Brandon, you know, Chris, and all those guys. So
some guys do this and they get, you know, maybe 3 days in front of scouts like this, but you just get one. Does it almost feel like you get ready for the Olympics?
Yeah, it's crazy. I like literally right after this, I texted my dad. So it was a lot all at once. You know, when you train for it, it's broken up into days where like you can consistently do things over and over and over again in one day, and then that's what kind of like the shuttle was crazy to me, just getting one and stuff like that. But you know, it's what it is. It's not all about times; it's about how you can move. So yeah, I'm okay with how everything went.
Obviously, you played at a few Power 5 places. How did this year at Oklahoma with Brandon Hall help prepare you for the jump to the next level?
It was good. You know, he definitely like made us, you know, work on a lot of things that safeties need to acquire, and also within the scheme, within football, definitely try to, you know, prepare us as best as he could for the games. So yeah, it was a fun experience being here. Just like everywhere else, it's just, you know, another stepping stone to get to where I'm trying to get.
Reggie, you're out of eligibility, so you really didn't have a decision to make. But both at OU and across the nation, guys with eligibility remaining, more and more are staying in school.
Yeah.
What do you think that is?
It's crazy. I was actually fighting for another year because I sat for a year and a half between Wisconsin and Tech. But I understand why some guys are coming back. It's kind of like that stability, like the money-wise, financial stability and stuff like that. So just kind of getting ahead of the game that way and staying here. But also some guys come back just, you know, they don't feel well-rounded. And that was, even for an old guy like me, I definitely wanted to try to get another year. But, you know, I had my talks of what's more important and when's the right time for me. So, you know, I just wanted to go back and kind of, you know, tee up the things that I could have. But, you know, I'm happy where I am today. You know, serving my time and just, you know, like I said, looking for the next step.
Do you think NIL has a lot to do with it? You talked about stability, just like the guaranteed money part, like the uncertainty with the NFL.
Yeah.
I think a lot of that plays into it.
It really does. A lot of guys kind of have that fear of, you know, you go to rookie camp and it might not go so well. And like now you're out of a job and now you have no financial stability like, you know, you've been dreaming of, stuff like that. So a lot of guys do come back for that part. The NIL does play a big part in that.
What are some thoughts on that safety room moving to next year with Billy obviously back and then Peyton and RSJ?
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of young guys with a lot of experience, but, you know, they've shown more than enough to me as an older guy, especially bouncing from Power 5 to Power 5 and being like, you know, a starting guy at every school. Just seeing like the capability that they have at such a young age, and as well as like how well they pick up the playbook, but also how well like they soak everything in from guys that, you know, might know more. So they do a pretty good job, and Billy's, you know, a great leader, and he's doing pretty good for himself. So I'm happy for him.
Have you heard from, obviously talking to several pro teams throughout this process?
Yeah.
I just can't say who or what, all that, but what have those conversations been like?
You know, it's just been more of questions. history, from how I'm feeling, how I'm, doing through the process and things like that, as well as, I have questions for them, just like how we're talking about like the stability. Like, why do some guys that I've seen play like that, have pretty good college careers, like go there and don't turn out and stuff like that. Just having those conversations just to understand and like, have the expectation of what I need to do when I get there, and just like how I'm always gonna push hard, but like how much extra, you can do and stuff like that to kind of, put yourself in a good spot.
21 reps on the bench. How'd you feel about that performance?
It actually sucked, to be honest. It's just my expectation, the fifth rep kind of got from under me a little bit to where like it kind of killed my rhythm. But the previous week I did like 23, 24. So just kind of, realizing how much left I had in the tank and where I could have reached, just like with every other thing out there. Yeah, I'm fine how it went, so can't get it back. So I'm good.
You mentioned coming to Norman from Texas Tech. Do you feel like you accomplished the goals that you set for yourself when you came here?
Not really, no. But all I can do is say that, I've grown from every experience that I've had here, from, the trials and tribulations of injury, and then also like just dealing with like the competitive sport of it. So, it was fun. I enjoyed myself within my last year, and now past it, looking forward to actually reaching my goals in a bigger platform.
What were those expectations that you felt like you didn't reach?
Yeah, I mean, from a freshman, I wanted to go All-American. I had a pretty good year at Wisconsin as a freshman. Did more than most. Sat that year and a half, which I didn't, anticipate, but also, excuse me. Oh, good Lord, thank you. The sitting a year and a half kind of, wasted a little bit of movement for me. And once I got to Tech, it was kind of more of like that old guy getting back into it. Like, I gained a lot of weight, so I had to lose all of that. And then also, getting back used to moving. Oh, Lord. Okay, go ahead.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate your time.
Of course.